because enough has been talked about statistics, numbers, figures, shortages, etc. I had this impression that a lot of investors are going to be there, and we are going to tell them something about to what extent they can boldly, positively come forward to invest. Till now, we have told them enough that nothing is going to sort of happen, and the dispute between the coal power industry from Delhi, it got shifted to Bombay. What I have been hearing right from, as he said, right from 1976 or 78, we have been only talking about it. What is needed is all these three sectors, the coal producer, the power generator, and the transporter. When I say transporter, it's also the infrastructure people like port. They've got to put together their mind, and perhaps there is a need for somebody like a Prime Minister level just to draw a line so far your disputes are concerned and try to sort of meet the situation. Now there are 2-3 things that can be done. I start, having been in coal sector, with a self-introspection. I said that there is a need for coal sector to improve the production. There is a possibility. I have already talked to the minister. I have mentioned the previous secretary also. They can increase with the existing infrastructure at least around 10%. 10% is a big amount, about 40-50 million tons it can go. That is on the machine productivity. Then the government's political will to introduce wages, productivity linked wages. Till today, whatever they are getting, they are just paid on the attendance, that's all. They are not related to the production. The productivity linked wages has to be there. As Tuhin has said, joint venture, yes, I agree with Tuhin, and this will come through, that you have to give them a share in profits. Make them totally involved. I mean, it's not, nobody is from US or anybody else is willing to come here to work as a contractor all the way from there. That is a JV, and I am told by Mr. Alok Parthi that this is coming through. I don't know how far it will be correct. There is a need also, what I mean to say, that you cannot depend on the import forever. Import of coal, gentlemen, is not a panacea of this evil. Some quantity can be imported. For start with, your own ports are not capable of handling beyond the present one. And the railways, of course, from port to the consuming sector. Then the quality, as you said, more than 10% cannot be there. Then the blending. Then, as Tuhin has rightly, I agree that most of the people who have been talking about acquiring assets abroad, that very few have, very, very few, I think you can number them only, who have succeeded. And so far Coal India is concerned, due to governmental procedures and restrictions for the last 2 years, there have been delegation after delegation going out and coming in, nothing much has happened. So import, we should keep it only as a sort of a limited sort of a remedial measure, and not a panacea, not that is. And the other thing is also there, Indonesia and Australia have already been coming with regulation after regulation restricting this export of coal. It is just recently, about a few weeks back, Indonesia came with further regulations. Therefore, the one thing is that Coal India has to increase the production. There is just no land. That is the problem, they say. I have to make an observation, not that I want to criticize the MOEF. MOEF should also accept there is no accountability and there is no responsibility. It is very easy for me to say, no, go. Then you tell me, where should I go? This is the main thing, you know. It is very easy for them. They have been telling, I am told that last 2 days there has been some sort of a newspaper item that go and non-go business is getting. Everybody is conscious of environment. Why should only MOEF feel that they are concerned with them? I mean, our concern for the environment is no less than others. But what is the sustainability? Sustainable development means that you maintain the environment, at the same time ensure that development does not suffer. Here what is happening is the development is suffering. This is the land point. I have some specific suggestion that make them the stakeholders. State government a stakeholder. As he said that there has to be, when an operator comes from JV, give him some sort of interest, make the state government stakeholder, so that, I mean, a 20% share, stakeholder. Similarly, through them in some methodology, the landowners, apart from the compensation, etc., must be provided some incentive and interest on that particular area or particular mine. It can be worked out. There is no problem on that. Then the power sector, having said only all this coal, I mean, rightly Mr. Parthius mentioned, though jokingly and partly seriously, there is a need also for improvement, demand-side management. You are doing, we are talking about it for a long time, and there is a lot of things done. It's not that it's not done, but your own contribution by improving the specific consumption, reducing the losses. I agree that when you say 27% T&D, it is not 27%, I agree. It is less. But even at 20% or even 21%, even I don't know the figures, but if you can reduce it by even 1% T&D losses. The main thing is that more than T&D losses, you are giving free power. I don't know to what extent it is going on. Tamil Nadu, it is there. Other states are also there. And that's a political decision. There has to be political will to withdraw all those concessions. The power sector has to. What I mean to say, between the power and the railways can improve the efficiency in transportation. All put together, whatever is the gap, say you say that 50 million tons is going to give, let us try to make 20 to 30 million tons by improving our internal efficiency. And that will give the confidence and trust to the investors to come forward. And now I would request Mr. Akla, my colleague, to wind up the show, wrap up. Yeah, after that question answer. Okay, then. I think that's right. We will take some questions. We'll take some questions from the floor, please. Whatever is there. You had the private sector, you had the government viewpoint. You have a viewpoint from me. I belong neither to government nor to the private sector.